think she did a better job than anyone so far.
Hey, let's not squash Lee. He's amazing. He's amazing. I'm just bringing a
A
different
team,
tone.
it's a team effort. I want to reinforce the congratulations to Terrence. He's an active contributor to our community. He shows up, and he shows up and engages, and you get out of this program what you put into it. So if you want to be on the sidelines and just lurk, that's great. We appreciate your participation there as well, but you're going to get more out of it by asking questions, by engaging in conversations, and Terrence is always there. So I know how much work goes into that capstone project. I know how much work it takes to go through the certification. So Terrence, congratulations, man. Just proud of you, and look forward to keep seeing you on these calls. I also want to thank Megan for mentioning something that I have never mentioned on the call when we're talking about the leaderboard. How does it work? How do you get points? How do you rank? Okay, so Megan pulled back the curtain, and it's participation. It's putting up posts. It's commenting on people's posts. It's liking things. I don't know why I never mentioned that. I just kind of showed the numbers and said, hey, this is what it is. But Megan, thank you for explaining how the leaderboard works and how
Absolutely.
very big helpful. And as always, I myself learn things on these calls. So there you go. Just I didn't learn that, but I just didn't share it. All right, so I'm going to dump into a quick screen share over here and get some things going on over in my world of the call. I hope everybody's having a great Friday. All right, so I want to bring to your attention that we do have a affiliate program. I'm mentioning this because we have a challenge that is upcoming. I lost my chat. Give me one second here. Sorry. There it is. Don't know why it does that. Okay. So we do have the affiliate program. There's a link in there. It's a great way to earn money when you refer people to our program and they sign up for the certification. It's an important thing to mention right now because we do have an upcoming challenge, which I'm going to talk about in a second. But one of the things that we have in the affiliate program for you is a lot of digital assets. So we have ads, we have social media posts, we have the core components if you want to create your own ads. So our background images are up there, our logo. So we've got pre-built ads, we've got ads that other people have done for us as well. So I just wanted to share and give a shout out to Tina. So all these great ads that you see. So this is actually inside the affiliate program, inside the affiliate dashboard. If you go to assets or you go to media and then 2-day challenge, that's a new folder for the challenge that's coming up. And our own Tina Cook created a bunch of great visuals for us to use, for you to use when you're going out there and promoting that. So I just wanted to share that and share a little love to Tina and thank you so much for your participation in the program. And these images are great. So I know you enjoy doing them, and trust me, I will keep asking you to do them. The challenge is coming up. We do this about once a month, and the next challenge will be starting on Monday, November 18th. Again, as an affiliate, your affiliate link will send people to the challenge. So that's how we get people into the program. They engage with the challenge, and then they go on and learn about the community, and then they enroll in the program, hopefully. So a couple of changes to the challenge. We have changed it from a 3-day challenge event to a 2-day challenge event. Don't worry, we're not removing any of the great content that's in there. Everything will still be there. It's just going to be happening in 2 days. So that each day's challenge will be a little bit longer in time, but we're changing it from 3 to 2. And then we're also changing it to an earlier time zone. So it will be starting at noon Eastern Standard Time. We did start these previously at 3 Eastern, and we're rolling it back 3 hours because we want to get people who are in Europe and in other overseas markets who have not been able to join us just because of the time that the challenge happened to get them to join us as well. So the challenge is coming up. It's 3 days. Day one is optimize, and day two is strategize and monetize. It's a great program. It's free. If you can't make the challenge, there are free recordings that are available all week. And we also want to encourage you to join our Facebook community. Whoops, I didn't hit enter. There's the affiliate link. Sorry about that. Join our Facebook community. And then we're also doing something a little bit different on the challenge this time. We've been doing it live in our Facebook group, and we're changing that to we will be doing it live on Zoom. So Zoom is where the cool kids will be hanging out. If you want to participate and engage during the challenge with Q&A, it is a live event, so that will be happening on Zoom. We still will be streaming it to Facebook for sure, but the main activities will be happening in Zoom, and hopefully that will give us a better technical experience, which will give everybody who is attending the challenge just a better experience overall. We've had some hiccups with Facebook, so a couple of changes, different date, different format, 2 days, different time. It's earlier, and then it's going to be primarily on Zoom. So, with that said, does anybody have any questions about anything that we've hit so far in the call? Does anybody have any questions about things that are going on in their world? Jonathan, good morning. Always wonderful to see you joining us. What's going on?
Thank you for the compliment. I'm sure sometimes it's not so wonderful, but it's been snowing for 5 days, so and we're going to get 4 more. So I have taken on a project for a quality assurance group that has had the operations group rewrite a bunch of their SOPs, but they don't meet the standard. And I'm going to have a go at taking the two things, comparing them, and rewriting the ones that don't meet in accordance with the standard. If anybody has done that kind of thing and has any tips that might help me not have to recreate the wheel, they would be appreciated.
Okay, great. So we can get a response to Jonathan there. Jonathan, I would also encourage you to
Posted.
post that. You already did? Okay, great. So in the community, if you need help with something, throw up a question there, and then we'll get some responses.
Yeah,
I'm sure you'll get some response on that quickly.
okay. It just seems like a pretty routine thing. And what I'm trying to do is take advantage of the community rather than having to figure it all out myself. So I'll go look to see what I'll put in the community. Thanks.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And that's what this community is all about. It's so that you can take on a project or look at taking on a project and go, this isn't really in, my wheelhouse. It's a little outside. I can do this part of it, but I don't know enough about this part of it, or I need a subject matter expert in this particular thing. I can do the nuts and bolts, but I don't have the knowledge component to bring it in here. Let me go tap my community. And that's what this group is all about. So you'll get an answer. Dawn, good morning. What's happening in your world?
Good morning. I have a question with the affiliate link. So as you know, I've struggled with it a little bit, but now that I got my prompt vault also fixed, is that the link I put in my prompt vault affiliate? There's like
Yes.
a little bit. Okay, that's
Yeah.
it. That's my question.
Okay. So let me go do a quick screen share here and just show everybody what that question was and then what it means. So let me just get prompt vault up here for a second and get over here into my settings and get back.
While he talks about that, I'll just say that the reference to this is actually worth noting because you can give prompt fault away as a just to people, right? So in Dawn's case, I would imagine she teaches to people in the dry cleaning space. She wants to do a lecture, a bunch of people at the end of a workshop. Here I'm going to give you a prompt pack or a bunch of prompts. You can log in. She gives them her referral link to Prompt Vault. But if any of those people later decide to go upstream and go get her certified as a chief officer and explore the rabbit hole, then she will get cookied as an affiliate for that sale.
Okay, so that's weird. Let me just get this over here.
We can't see the right screen.
You're not seeing prompt vault?
Yeah, we are. Yep, it's the
Okay,
right. It
good. So
looks like
that's
you're in the
that's
right
that's what I
place.
wanted to show. So inside prompt vault, what was being asked about is this little mechanism right here. So yes, your affiliate link that you get through your affiliate dashboard for the challenge will send people to the challenge homepage where they can sign up for the challenge. And then, as I said, if they trickle through the process and sign up for the certification program, they will get, you'll earn a sales commission on that. And it's a nice sales commission. If you need some money for the holidays, start ramping up here. We also have added another mechanism. So inside Prompt Vault, uh, and I threw a link in Prompt Vault into the chat, but inside Prompt Vault is a different link. Okay, so there's another link here, and this is the way that you can share Prompt Vault with people you know and love. And each time somebody signs up for a new Prompt Vault account, you get credits. So this is the mechanism that you can use to add additional to share Prompt Vault and then to share and to get additional credits in your Prompt Vault account when they sign up. So this is how you share your Prompt Vault link. What the second question was is where it says here affiliate link. If you are in our affiliate program and you put your affiliate link here where it says affiliate link, and then you share Prompt Vault with somebody, when that person clicks become a chief AI officer here, and they go over and visit the program and then end up signing up into the certification program, your affiliate link piggybacked on your prompt vault link. And then when they come into the when they come into the certification program, you'll get the credit for that. Okay. Does anybody have any questions on that? So there's two links. There's one that you can use to share Prompt Vault, and that link is available inside your Prompt Vault inside your Prompt Vault account. And when you use it, you get extra credits. Okay, that's how you ramp up your credit account. But if you also put in your affiliate link, okay, and there's no charge to join the affiliate program. You don't have to be in the AI Insider program or anything like that. It's open to everybody and anybody. If you know somebody who might be interested in it that's not in our community, please share the affiliate information so that they can join in as well. But if you add your affiliate link here in Prompt Vault, when you share your Prompt Vault link, this one will piggyback along with it. And then if somebody that you've shared Prompt Vault to hits this and then comes into our program, boom, you get the reward for the certification purchase. Anybody have any questions on that? We really haven't explained this like this, so it's a great question, Dawn. I appreciate you asking it. And
Thank you.
it triggered me to go through this in a little bit more detail than we ever have. Okay, great. Excellent question. Thank you so much. And again, that's what these calls do. They prompt questions and it's like, oh yeah, let's talk about that for a minute. So thank you for asking that. If you have any questions, I run the affiliate program. So if anybody has any questions as an affiliate about becoming an affiliate, about referring the affiliate program to people outside our community, hit me up. My email is lee@chiefaiofficer.com. If Megan could throw that into chat, I'd appreciate it. So lee@chiefaiofficer.com, and we'll get you all set up and figured out. Okay.
Lee, Lee, could I ask, does it require a different set of user credentials?
Does what? Does
Your,
Prompt Vault?
no, the affiliate program. Does this
Yes.
require a different user credential? Okay.
Yes, when you sign up for the
Okay.
affiliate program,
Yeah.
you will get an email with access to our affiliate dashboard. And once you log into the affiliate dashboard, you'll have access to your affiliate link. You'll have access to the marketing materials. You'll have access to reporting tools inside there. So yes, that will be once you send in the second form. So there's a sign up form, and then when you send in the second form, you'll get an email back with access to all those credentials. Excellent question. All right. What are the do's and don'ts when promoting the affiliate link? Excellent question. Thank you for asking that. we do have terms and conditions of our affiliate program. And when you sign up for the affiliate program, you will be acknowledging that you have read those terms and conditions. But I'm going to throw them into chat here for you right now so that you have easy access to them. I'm not going to go into all the details in the call, but I appreciate your asking the question. There are very specific terms and conditions of what you can and cannot do when promoting our affiliate program, and we enforce that strongly to maintain integrity of our program, maintain integrity of our brand. So if you have, again, you need to read this and you need to acknowledge that you have read it when you sign up for the program. So yes, the do's and don'ts are all listed in that document. Please, be mindful of it when you are promoting the program on our behalf. Andrew, sir, hi. You're muted, dude. Hit the button.
Sorry about that. So someone on the call last night was brought up a question on how do we get the average, individual that is hesitant with AI, that whole just the general population to kind of dip their feet in, and kind of provide a solution that's really broad to anyone. And I just stumbled across this smart cut in the Vault, Prompt Vault. It's the first one in the AI driven leader prompt and the smart cuts there, and it's using AI at work. And it says the prompt is I'm new to using AI and I don't understand what it can do for me. I'd like you to interview me by asking me one question at a time to help identify some relatable ways I can leverage AI at work. And then you select your industry, job role, and challenges. I just thought that was really useful as a nugget. The description says it's to guide a novice through a personalized AI exploration by asking sequential questions to discover practical work applications. So I just wanted to touch, if anyone had that question, to go check out Prompt Vault Studio. It's using AI at work. And it was one of the prompt packs that was just shared.
I covered that in a training in the prompt call that I teach on Tuesday 2 weeks ago. So if you wanted to go in and listen to that, I went into a bunch of different stuff. But yeah, the podcast we have is called Using AI at Work. The Using AI at Work, challenge. So the concept around having a early version for somebody who's getting on the on ramp of being able to work with, like, where do I even begin? Besides, let me just get some parlor tricks out of this model. You know what I mean?
Can
And
you
yeah,
direct them right to one prompt? Like
you can
give them a link to
link
just
somebody directly when you're on a prompt. You can just click on the share icon in the lower right
Okay.
corner of it.
Cool.
I don't know, Andrew, if you happen to be looking at it on your screen, but you could
Yeah,
pop it in the
can I do
chat
that
if you
right
wanted
now?
to.
Yeah, please.
That's
Oh, there it is. Got you.
And if you want a whole hour on the prompt training around that pack that I gave away and the link, you can find that in the replay in the video vault.
There it is. It's in chat, guys.
I'll pop the replay in the chat as well.
very cool.
All right, excellent question. And that's actually something that you could do with a potential client that you're working with, and just take them, on an, I'm just thinking here off the top of my head. That's a great initial conversation to have. Let's look at your job or your role, and see how AI can help you, and have that interactive conversation. You could also use that in preparing for that conversation by pretending you're the other person and answering the questions, and then you'll have sort of some foundation of answers that you'd be able to provide back to them. It looks
If I
like
could just jump in on that real quick. So I'm not going to steal the thunder, but I'll give a little movie trailer preview. So Terrence actually took that idea of, I'm going to be talking to somebody, right? And how do I, in his capstone project, he's like, all right, I know I'm going to be sitting down with people. I'm doing a bunch of outreach, tickling leads on LinkedIn and so forth. And some of these people I'm going to actually have virtual coffees or sit downs with. And I want to be able to, while in real time, send them somewhere. And as we're having the meeting, AI will go off and do something, magical and shove it in their inbox, which is personalized and relevant to them, so that at the end of that conversation, you can go, oh, check your email. There it is. And it's, you know, it's taken the idea of whatever their business, you know, industry is and does something with it. So I think you might have popped a link in the chat, but I think in terms of watching the full, you know, length movie, we'll be releasing his final capstone soon. So
Yeah, I did that in a meeting on Wednesday. It was face to face with two gentlemen, and I used dictation, and I just started recording it. And I kind of seeded it first, like, hey, I'm going into this meeting. This is, you know, the project, da 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 da, and then started, you know, recording it using just ChatGPT dictation. And then halfway through, I stopped it and let it summarize and to give me, you know, the questions that I wanted to give back to them. And the best question, and it was just, it kept the conversation just going. And I got so much useful information that otherwise I probably wouldn't have asked the right question, right? To get, you know, down to their what their problem was and what their goals were. It was really
Well,
useful.
Andrew, that right there, people, is a nugget. That's like, dude, that's like a takeaway right now. Anybody could do it anytime. That's in real time, man. That's awesome. That's genius.
Yep. And there's multiple instances. If you watch any of the podcasts that Jeff Woods has been on, he speaks of how he's in a meeting and actually, you know, capturing content into a custom GPT or whatever he has. And then, you know, he's got answers, you know, at the end of the meeting or during the meeting to be able to, you know, steer the meeting down a little bit different path. So using AI actively during a conversation or a meeting is a definitely emerging and very powerful and useful way.
Another one was the SaaS playbook. I'm listening to that ebook, and then so I just put dictation on again, recorded the chapter that I wanted, and I said, hey, use this content to go and apply to this strategy that I want, you know, and it's so it just took that you know, the content from the book and applied it to my strategy that I was already building out within chat. So it's like, I mean, it's so useful. Dictation is a game changer, guys.
Is there a particular, are you using native ChatGPT for the dictation, or is there something else that you're using?
Yeah, I'm just using the native one on my phone. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Hey, Jonathan. Muted.
You're muted.
I don't know how to do that on ChatGPT. Can you share that? I've never
Just
seen
first
that.
of all, download the app itself on
Yeah,
your
it has
phone.
to be on your phone.
Yeah.
Okay, I have that on my phone.
And
Do
then
you have a paid subscription?
Yes.
So here,
everybody pull out your phones. If you're not doing this, go download the app right now. Take this
Already
one to
got
the
it.
bank.
I use it all the time.
Yeah, me too. It's just a little microphone. You just press it. It's like on your text messaging.
see that little, I don't know if you could see it. It's that little microphone right there.
To the, yeah. It's
It's
kind
in
of
the, yeah,
blurry.
it's in, yeah, sorry. It's in where you would start typing. It's right to the right.
Flashlight thing.
So I actually have the microphone. I have a question. I actually have the microphone. It downloaded automatically. I didn't have to go do anything because I had ChatGPT before. It just delivered it. But every time I try to use it, I start talking and it has not been usable for me at all.
Upgrade your phone. I'm just kidding.
I have to say, hello, are you there? You know, it does because when you started, it just opened.
It just doesn't. It just
mine
either
works so good.
It
It's
either
crazy.
interrupts or doesn't capture what I'm saying, or doesn't it.
I can cough. I can, you know, like, you know, any sneeze, and it doesn't get any of that. It knows to stop, and then it picks up right where I left off.
Mine's
crazy.
You guys, while you're
Picked
talking,
up all of your words, everything you said, it just picked it all up.
yeah,
Jeez.
exactly.
So I'm wondering if I just need to take.
Do you have an app
ChatGPT,
update, Christy?
Maybe
Can you
maybe update it or delete the app and
delete it, reinstall it, because I just
because
figured it
it
would
syncs
just
up. It
Clear
syncs
up some
with
memory too on your phone.
ChatGPT on the regular, you know, like the big screen on your PC. It's the same data, so it'll sync back up again.
The other
Okay.
thing is
Also-
check what model you're using it, because at the top it says like, are you using GPT 4.0 or are you using like a different one?
Maybe.
Maybe
it says
model.
4.0. It says
Okay.
4.0, but it says memory full.
Oh, maybe
So
you're out of
you
space.
could do that on your desktop as well, though, with the voice.
Yeah, but if you're out of memory on your phone, then that would be an issue because you can't record and have
I
it
just
save.
need to go get a new freaking phone anyway because this one's old. So that's probably problem. That's probably all the problem.
Oh, good.
See, I nailed it.
But if it's saying memory full, that's your Chat GPT memory. So
Yeah.
you just need to go in the settings and delete out those things that aren't applicable to open up
Okay.
some more memory in Chat GPT on your phone.
All right. Thank
So
you, everybody, for all the help.
I do coaching with AI for consulting on the side.
You do?
And can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
And yesterday I was actually talking to a client and I was like, okay, here's this is your objective. Like, this is a person who coaches C-suites. I'm like, you need to go and take a walk, and here's what you're going to do. You're going to download the app. You're going to go have a conversation. This is the pattern I want you to follow, and come back, and basically work through a problem using that. So like, if you send somebody, and I was considering molding this into the challenge to say, at the end of day one, here's what everybody needs to do. Go download this, go do this, and actually have a conversation, because it is a mind-blowing experience when you can start to tap into that realization. And if you can be the one that unlocks that for people, they're just going to be like, whoa, you are my savior. Like, you've just brought so much power to me right here in my hand.
Well, that's only me.
Yeah, and Christy, if all else fails, just try unplugging it and plugging it back in.
Yeah,
Christy, when
I'll
we
for
chat
5
later,
minutes. That's what I tell my mother. 5 minutes.
Christy, when we chat later, I'll help you.
Yeah.
Jonathan.
Thank you, because I keep hearing people. I haven't heard a group of people say it's mind-blowing and changing. I've heard periodically 1 or 2 people talk about, yeah, I'm using the dictation. So hearing, I just figured it was still flaky.
No, just your phone.
It's just me.
It also may be your phone.
Yeah, it's probably my phone.
Having messed with that on both recent versions of iPhone and Android, the Android is light years ahead of the iPhone. I don't just say that because I'm an Android.
What?
I'm an Android bigot, and I'll admit that out of the chute. But
That's like getting into politics.
And Windows
Yeah,
11, Windows 11 is much better at it than Windows 10. Just for the tools in Windows 11 are significantly, I wouldn't say worlds, but significantly better than Windows 10. The Windows 10 dictation of things are kind of sucky. They do work, but they're kind of sucky.
That's like
Well,
having a political conversation.
My phone's 3 to 4 years old, so it's due for an upgrade. I just haven't made time to go do it. So I'll do that.
Older phones that are that old, their voice recognition co-processing is way less inferior. Is way more inferior to the current. If your phone is 2 years old or less, those are much better.
You just all gave me a reason to make time tomorrow and go do this and upgrade my phone versus working on my book or something that I always do and sit here and don't get outside. So
Hey, I want to give everyone, I guess, some homework. Try to get this to work with your Apple CarPlay or Android Auto.
Ooh.
While you're
Works with
driving.
the Apple.
That would be great.
So I just want to give you, a little, be wary of that, because in some makes of cars, it's a little sketchy. So I'm going to put a bust on Lincoln for a minute. I have a fairly new Lincoln, and it works when it works, but it doesn't when it doesn't. And it's very off and on.
That's
Jonathan,
cool.
you're
It's a
totally
Lincoln.
right.
Going along, and I'll be dictating to it. I'll be dictating to it while I'm driving or stuck in traffic. And all of a sudden it'll just disconnect for no reason at all. I'm not touching it. My hands are on the wheel, and it'll just disconnect and stop working. And we've had like 3 people from Lincoln look at it, and they can't figure out what's wrong.
But is that like Android Auto or CarPlay that's doing that?
Android Auto, yeah.
Yeah.
So no. And Jonathan's right, because I have a 2025 Buick Enclave, and yesterday it did it to me on my CarPlay. So and it's a Google enabled system by Buick.
Yeah.
I had a Ford that did it. Now I have a Toyota and it doesn't do it.
Wow.
I'll tell you, my 2013 Ford Explorer, which is
I'm still
The
trying to, I'm
2013
still,
Ford Explorer works way better.
yeah, I'm still trying to get it to work on my 72 Vega. So
Let's go to
Yeah.
question number 3.
Okay.
Nicole, do
Yeah,
you have
you're
a
gonna have
question?
to take that to a different kind
Nicole,
of
this has
shop to
been,
get
this
that
has
fixed.
been, this has been great, but, yeah, tech support, we're all here. Where did Nicole go? But
Right
yes,
here.
hi, there you are.
Okay, question. So we just went through how to do dictation on your phone. Thank you very much. And so I'm still trying to crack the code dictation with ChatGPT on your desktop. Is there a solution for that? No.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I
whisper.
tell you what I use.
One at a time. Raise your hand.
Sorry.
Who would like to answer that? Steve?
So you can actually, if you have a Windows computer, I don't know if you have Mac or not on Windows. If you have a Windows computer, you can go into settings, control panel, and you could turn on the microphone option. It shows up as a bar on the top, and you have to like turn it on and off when you want to speak to it. But in anything that allows you to have text, Word, or in a block where you can enter text, if you turn on the microphone when you speak, it goes through my mic. And
There's also a Chrome extension that you could install that when you're in there, you just click the microphone and it'll
Thank
allow
you.
you.
Thank you. Got it
Okay.
solved. Thank you.
Let me give you a shortcut on that. Because one of the things that Steve was saying and going into if you got Windows going into settings, you're looking for voice typing is actually what you're looking for. There's two different things that's there. When you go into voice typing, you'll see at the top, you can toggle on voice access. That's what Steve is talking about, that there's a bar that comes on at the top. But you can also leave that off. If you scroll down on that page, you'll see Windows speech recognition. You'll see voice typing, and right under it, Windows speech recognition. If you toggle that on, then you get a little microphone. Instead of that big bar across the top, you'll get a little microphone. Typically appears usually down in the right or left hand side of your computer. You could do that through settings, or the other just short to do. Again, on Windows is on your keyboard. You hold down the Windows logo on your keyboard, hold down Windows logo and the letter H. H is in Harry, and it will open up, it'll activate the voice typing. So you could do the dictation. You don't have to mess with the settings piece of it. So those are two ways you can get to it.
Cool.
You rock.
Excellent. And Jonathan shared the Windows H key also. So thank you. This is great. Jonathan, do you have anything else to add quickly?
Yeah, and one of the things that I would do also, if you're using, I've used both, what everybody's discussing in the Windows key plus H, Microsoft speech to text. It's a little bit unstable on Windows 10. So I would open your task manager and keep it open on your taskbar, because sometimes it'll hang. The only way to reset it is to turn it off and turn it back. You can try toggle it on and off using Windows key H, like Terry said, but sometimes it'll hang. And you just pull up scroll down and end that task. If you don't know how to do that, I can show you. You just go Control. Let me show you. I'll share.
Yeah, it's pretty resources intensive too. So if you don't have
it will
the resources
slow
on the
down
machine,
some of your larger stuff. But I can share real quick if you want and show you what I do when I'm doing a lot of dictation.
Sure, real quickly.
Yeah. So
and somebody just had an OMG moment on the call, which made the call worthwhile for all of us. So
I'm
Lori,
going to screen. So I'm going to, let's see. Do I have the share? Looks like I have. Do I have the share? Can you see my screen?
Yeah, we're good, Jonathan.
Okay. So you're going to Control Alt Delete, and you're going to go to the task manager. And then if it hangs, it'll go into initializing and listen. You go down to Microsoft. I just scroll because I found that the type ahead gives me some goofy stuff, and I'll just leave this right here. And when you initialize this, sometimes it'll get stuck initializing when it says listening. But if it gets stuck there, you just go down here to Microsoft. Where is it?
Text input. You just passed it.
Just went too far. It is resource intensive, so sometimes it'll hang up on you a little bit.
There it is.
It's this one right here, text input application.
Yep.
And you just go click on that. You see how it keeps jumping around? Thank you, Microsoft. But you go on that, you click end task down here, and then do your Windows key H again, and it should reset it.
Perfect.
But here's a
Excellent.
kicker for that. You do have to be in a text entry field for that to work. The
I
same
don't know
thing
how they
with
did
the
it, but I've seen somebody put it right in the chat GPT message where you input the
I
data.
do that all the time. Yeah, every day.
No, the microphone. We just click it right there in where you would enter the text. I got to ask him how he did that.
I've never been able to do that without. So what I'll do is I go to the chat GPT window and that's just Windows H and start talking.
Cool.
Sasha, what's up? Jonathan, thank you so much for that share. We're all learning ways to be more productive with these tools on this call. This is great.
I love being able to use it on the run or, between points, but I've always been concerned about the extent to which the manufacturer scoops up that information, because they know, they capture your text and contact books as well. So it's just something that's always been lurking in the back of my mind as I use it in the car, just trying to make me be more aware in terms of what kind of conversation I might have with it, because I don't know exactly the extent to which it's shared beyond my control.
Assume that everything is shared everywhere all the time. And
Yeah.
if you want to have a private conversation, you got to find yourself a skiff somewhere. And that's actually a business model that I'm playing with, is rent a skiff. So, for people who want to have a private meeting, you can go, like you have co-working spaces, rent a skiff and you can go in there and have your private conversation. Mike, good morning.
Yeah, morning. No, good evening. It's here. I just wanted to suggest, because on this topic, private conversation, if you use a Super Whisper, you can have everything localized on your phone because it's running completely on your phone. So you can have the whole dictation on your phone, and you can then decide if you want to send it to an LLM as you wish, and you can also choose between models. And you can also set up preset modes so that you can give a prompt with the text you just dictated. So you have different outcomes on whatever prompt you have, and you can switch very easily between those modes. It's very useful.
And the models too, right? You can switch between the models as
well.
well.
Yeah, you can decide which models you want to take, OpenAI or other. Yeah.
Sweet.
And it's, I think, $10 a month.
Excellent. Great information. Thank you, Mike. Steve, we'll wrap up this topic with you.
Who has fairly decent knowledge with Make or can help me where I'm stuck? Maybe it's in the beginning stages of Make.
Christopher Lannon is our resident.
I texted him already. I haven't heard back from him.
I know Terrence is in the house.
Yeah, and Terrence.
He may only be a few steps ahead of you, but he's been, doing some magic over there in Make.
Well, Terrence, I have a really affordable team overseas.
Yeah, Terrence, I'll give you my email or give me your email in the chat if you don't mind, and I'll reach out to you on the side. I don't want to take up people's time on this. Because this one will take us a minute to go through it.
Cool. All right, everybody, that was amazing. I have next on my agenda wins of the week. I think that we all just got a huge win of learning about dictation and voice and some implementation there. But if anybody has a quick win of the week, something that you scored a client or had an aha moment on and would like to share it, we're at the wins of the week section of our call.
I do.
We're all just Steve.
Yay.
I got my capstone project done. That
Yeah,
was
buddy.
was
Good job.
very laborious. I can't lie. It took me forever to get it right because we're all perfectionists, but that was fun. So that was a big win for me.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
What was it on?
I'm
What was your
sorry?
what was your capstone project on?
how I use AI in my coaching practice.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I would encourage everybody to go and watch it. He has posted it.
We will.
Yeah, and
So-
Steve will also be leading one of our Monday tools calls at the end of the month as well. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I had some fun last night with the new features within HeyGen. I'll post a link here in the chat. You guys can watch it, or if you want to. But the new avatars you can create and the looks, and
Oh, the clones.
it's amazing. It's crazy.
Don't make me buy another tool.
Oh,
Hey,
there's
Jen's
the
worth
link.
it. It's worth every penny.
I know.
I use it all the time.
Yeah, I did it as a teaser for the Surf Lakes company. That's who I had that meeting with on Wednesday, where I used dictation, and then I popped out this video last night for them, and within 2 minutes they were just blowing me up, like, "Hey, we want another meeting," you know. So they're just amazed on like the stuff that you can do with it, and then I want to start getting the background video. So like you'll see it's like kind of just still shots, but with an avatar over it. So if anyone can give me some nuggets there.
Maybe Descript.
What is it?
You can do maybe Descript. You can do video with it, I think.
As a background?
Well, I know it does backgrounds. It'll change all kinds of stuff. I'm not positive on the video side, but it's worth checking.
Gotcha. Cool. Descript.
I'm going to keep plugging our Monday calls too, because the first weekend
I'll
of
give you the
December,
link to it.
Sherry, who has her hand raised, she's going to be leading the tools call for on HeyGen as well. So she'll be able to share some knowledge there.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Before I get to Sherry and Terry on additional wins for this week, I just want to welcome, because I didn't do this at the top of the call, but I want to welcome people who are visiting us today. Our Monday and Friday calls are open. In the middle of the week, all of our calls are for AI insiders only. So welcome to everybody who is joining us today and visiting on the call. I believe we have live streaming set up. So if you're on Facebook or you're on another platform joining us and you want to learn more about our AI Insider program, I put a link in the chat. If you're not on chat with us, it is chiefaiofficer.com/learn-more. And that's where you can get a $1 trial to our AI Insider program and get on calls like this and all the other great calls that we do. So see a lot of names here that I don't recognize. Thankful that you're joining us, and hope that you're getting value out of this call. Check out the community, and over to you, Sherry.
Hi, good morning. I'm sorry I was a little bit late on this call this morning. I was actually on a demo for air traffic control. But it's been I don't know if this was covered already because I did miss the first few minutes, but I attended the Scale with AI Summit this week and it was fantastic. They really introduced a lot of new tools, and I learned a lot more about Gamma that I didn't know. I was just really enjoyed how they really dug into that product. So I'm definitely going to be using that quite a bit more. And just the overall vibe there, the collaboration. Chris was one of the presenters, and Therese was, and it was just a really great experience. And what's really great is it was free. You know, it was completely free, just cost you your time, but it was well worth the time. And I think they're going to be having another one in the future. So I would definitely recommend it.
Awesome.
This is excellent. It is a great event. And I just threw the link in there. They kind of do them on a I don't know if it's okay, so this is November 5, 6, 7. I don't see information coming up on future ones, but yeah, if you can
They're gonna have the replays up too. Like
sign up for it. And this is put out by our friends over at Gen AI University, Darby Rollins and his crew over there. So yes, it's a great learning event, and thank you for mentioning that so that we can share it. Terry.
Just really quickly, something pretty cool. So last November, I had done a training for Texas A&M Corpus Christi University, their Coastal Bend Business Innovation Center for business owners. They reached back out to me in September to get me booked for 2025. It was like, we want to get you on the schedule for 2025. So they booked me for February 2025. They just 2 days ago sent out the Evite to their contact list, and they sent me a text that they were so shocked because within the first 30 minutes of it going out, they'd already had about 10 people that had registered for it, and it's not until February. So I just thought that was pretty cool because it shows again how interested people are in AI and learning and being trained.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Terry. Great share. Karan, good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening.
Morning. Two things here. Number one is, earlier regarding the free, the AI conference where Sherry was saying, I wanted to see whether we can able to get some recording. I do know that I attended that one day and they shared the recording, but it is insider only or community that we might need to sign up or we need to pay. I don't know if Sherry can share later on. That's fine. That's number one. Number two, Christy was asking, don't tell me to buy another tool. I have some set of free tools. Maybe it will be useful. I'm just putting here that link. Take a look at that. Anybody interested to get those free tools? Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Which event were you asking about the recordings for, Karan? I'm sorry.
Sherry and Tim both attended like a 3 days event. Just Sherry was saying that.
Okay.
They haven't posted them yet. They told me they were going to be posting them in the next couple of days. They're just not up yet.
Are you
usually
you're referring to the summit?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I don't know if you have to have that portal set up to get those because they had everything running through Circle.
That's right. They already sent me the link for that day one. When I tried to get into that, the video, it is asking to join the community, which you need to pay for that. I don't know.
That's weird.
Yeah.
He'll be sending out another email though once it all gets done. He said it was going to take him into the weekend because Zoom was processing so slow for him.
Okay.
Yeah. Getting video out after an event, as we know internally, is not an easy process all the time. All right. So great wins, everybody. I appreciate everybody sharing. We're coming up on the top of the hour. We have modified the time window for this particular call from 60 minutes to 90 minutes. So I have some more things on my agenda that I'm going to go through. If you're here to stick it out and enjoy it with us, that's great. If you're catching this on the recording, we want to make sure that all the content is included. So just want to be respectful and mindful of people's time coming up on the top of the hour. If you have to bounce out, we appreciate you being here. Thank you for your participation, and have yourself a great weekend. I'm going to continue out. Terrence is going to bounce out because he's going to go celebrate being an AI certified chief AI officer. So yeah, Terrence, you go do you, man, and have a great weekend celebrating. All right, so I'm going to get back into a screen share here and go into some news and other things that have been happening around the world and get this over here. All right, so this is just fun. There's this guy on LinkedIn, and I'm just gonna play this video here.
And authentic. I created a step that is entirely AI generated. I finally figured out how to get products inside AI UGC. You can even get different angles to make it a little more realistic and authentic. I created a step-by-step guide on how you can do this as well. Just like this post, comment UGC below and make sure we are connected. I'll send it right away. This video is entirely AI generated. I finally figured out how to get products inside AI UGC. You can even get different angles to make it a little more realistic and authentic. I created a step-by-step guide on how you can do this as well. Just like this post, comment UGC below and make sure we are connected. I'll send it right away.
So this one, cool. And the one of the amazing things about this is he put this up yesterday or like 2 days ago. He's gotten 5,300 comments. Talk about engagement on LinkedIn. Talk about something that's going viral. I am interested. I did put in UGC in the comments. I haven't heard anything back from him yet. There's a lot of commentary in the comments, which is where the commentary would be, about people's ideas and thoughts of how he accomplished this and how he was doing it. But I haven't seen something like this before, and just wanted to share it with everybody. And when I wrote this the other day, there were 5,000 comments. Now there's over 5,300 comments. So uh, interesting
Hey, Lee,
use.
Lee,
Yeah.
HeyGen has a URL to add feature.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in the back end.
It's in the labs.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Haven't played with it. Good to know that it's there. Thanks for
Just
letting me
not a
know.
lot of avatars in there. Just
Yeah, you can also create your own avatar. That might be what that guy did. I don't know.
let me go look.
Yeah.
Again, there's a lot of speculation in the comments about how he pulled it off. So take a look at that. All right. Next up, we have some commentary and predictions from Mustafa Solomon, who is the CEO at Microsoft. So he's got eyes on what's coming down the road. He's got eyes about what we can look at that's coming up around the corner. And he dropped some major revelations about the future of AI in a new Masters of Scale podcast interview. He says that we could see AI that can improve itself, remember everything about you, display emotional intelligence, and those things could be coming as soon as 2025. And Solomon said that things are moving so fast in the AI space that he compares AI to a new digital species. So the five things he talked about would be recursing self-improvement, which is not in the systems right now, but you can bet that it's in the labs. Again, what we're using is the worst AI we will ever use. That's what we're using today. And you can bet that the stuff that's in the labs is way beyond where we are today. And they're working on it and making it safe, I hope. But recursive self-improvement, emotional intelligence, this gets into a little bit about, the reasoning model that OpenAI has released, although emotional intelligence is different than regular intelligence. Vision-enabled AI companions. He thinks that's coming up sooner, and we've actually seen some demonstrations on those capabilities from Google earlier this year. No, I don't want to register. Permanent memory, and then bigger and smaller models. And that goes to something I talked about a couple of weeks ago, where, we're not all going to necessarily need these massive large language models that, had $10 billion invested in them for a training run. Those will exist, but for what we need to do on a day-to-day basis, the smaller models are going to be sufficient, and those larger models may do, kind of overlord supervision, so they get the request and then parse it out to some of the smaller models. That's one theory of how things may play out. But interesting observations here from Mustafa over at Microsoft. The next thing I've got here is from our friend Jody Cook. Jody is she focuses on AI use for coaches. And I actually didn't grab this link, so let me do that. All right. So what Jody's talking about is real world use cases. So 8 ways to generate ROI from AI. So if you're looking for a way to maybe start a business or bring some new products or services into your existing businesses, this is a great article to read. If you're looking for ways to go and speak with business owners about AI and how people are using it, and you want to use some use case demonstrations, this article is great for that. Izzy Bedoya, a friend of ours, made the list here, and she talks about how she was able to use AI to use it to get $30 million for business for a lending client. Um, there's a bunch of other ones that are in here: personal branding, trend analysis is great to use. I'm building some surveys right now, and I'm using the O1 model for deep reasoning, and it's actually coming up with some really interesting questions for some servers that I'm developing, AI bookkeeping, podcast production. So again, if you're looking for documented use cases where you can go to somebody and say, hey, here's a demonstration of how they're using it and the benefits that they're getting from it. Would you like that in your business as well? You can get that all right here. This next one is I found kind of interesting. This is, give me one second to throw this in here. This is Cristobal Valenzuela, and that's just fun to say, but he is the CEO of Runway. And he's talking about that the era of AI companies is ending as AI becomes ubiquitous infrastructure. He emphasizes that Runway is a media and entertainment company and not an AI company, with a focus on using AI as a tool for storytelling. He compares their work to a new kind of camera, highlighting AI's potential to transform reality creation, much like cameras revolutionized image capture. He envisions a future of media landscape where content is dynamic, interactive, and personalized. Ultimately, Venezuela sees this transition as the beginning of a more exciting era focused on deploying truly new media and storytelling methods, with AI serving as the enabling infrastructure. So interesting perspective from somebody who everybody would think, if you mentioned Runway, oh yeah, that's an AI company. HeyGen, oh, that's an AI company. His perspective is that no, we're really not an AI company. We're really a media company. And I think that as AI gets baked into everything, everywhere, people are going to be able to reposition what their company is and what they do. So I thought that was a interesting personal essay from the CEO of Runway. Next up, we've got a little blurb from Google. So we have all heard about and hopefully played with Notebook LM. And this is an article. It's from DeepMind, which is the research arm of Google, where all these great things come out of. This is a little bit of a tech article, but not super in the weeds. But it talks about, we talk about AI in content creation, in image creation, in video creation. This takes a little bit of a dive into what DeepMind did in audio generation and how it was used in the Notebook LM. So they talk about some of the pioneering techniques that they developed. They have, some examples here. If you listen to these, it'll be familiar. It sounds just like, sorry about that. It sounds just like, Notebook
Hey, did you
LM.
hear about the Google DeepMind speech generation work?
Oh, no, I must have missed it. What's it about?
Well,
And, they've even gone beyond this now, where you can actually give some directions to the voices and things like that. So this is just, again, a little bit techy, but definitely interested if you want to take a dive into audio and what's happening in the audio world in AI. This would be a good article to take a look at. Last on the news parade, LinkedIn has announced it's launching its first AI agents. And of course, where are they going? They're going into the position for job recruiters. Now, LinkedIn was built as a platform for people looking for jobs and for job recruiters to work out of. And that's kind of where the whole genesis of LinkedIn came out of. It's obviously grown a lot from there. But they have this new hiring assistant. It's a new product designed to take on a wide array of recruitment tasks, from ingesting scrappy notes and thoughts to turn into longer job descriptions, to sourcing candidates and engaging with them. So it's being used on both sides of the coin, for recruiters who are trying to put people into positions, as well as companies that are looking to use recruiters or take the recruiting function in-house and do it themselves. So this is out. Makes perfect sense that this is, one of the spots that LinkedIn would hit first, and they have announced this, and I think it's starting to be available now. Andrew, sir.
Yeah, I just want to speak to that. Talking to an engineer that's working on something, and what they're going to be doing here soon in regards to this LinkedIn. I guess it's more or less like a headhunter, but you're going to be able to find the career choice that you want. It's going to review your resume and your qualifications and give you, like, so if you don't meet the criteria for that job, it's going to give you the path to get there and the courses, right? So it's going to be, you're going to have a direct path to whatever career that you want, right? And then so you're going to have a lot of individuals that are going to upskill, themselves, and start learning more. So I think the online platforms are just going to go, like Coursera and things like that nature, are going to go through the roof. And then for the employer, it gives you peace of mind that you're getting qualified individuals and you're getting a huge pool of them, right? That are like up to date on the skill sets that you need. It's pretty unique on what they're going to be doing here in the future.
Well, and thanks for that share. And LinkedIn has their own in-house massive learning institution. I think they bought Linda, was it, or something like that?
Lynda.com, yeah.
And yeah, and then they've just expanded on that. The job thing is interesting as a job candidate. It's almost like the recommendation engine of people who are interested in this job were also interested in these jobs, and they're going to take your background and experience and knowledge and kind of direct you towards, if you didn't, maybe you want to think of this. So it's
It
very
cuts out the BS, and then it shows the individuals that are actually proactive and like are, tech forward, or actually, skill set forward in that skill that you're looking for, rather than someone just, pumping up their resume and putting every skill on there just to try to appease the algorithm and get an interview in front of you, right? And then bullshit their way through it. So it really shows, what they're, to me at least, it shows like, okay, these are the candidates that are actually taking this position seriously and want it. So that was some input.
And AI, I mean, AI use in HR and recruiting has been going on for years, way before ChatGPT came out. Resumes are getting scanned, and a lot of that vetting and decision process has been happening by AI for years. So this is just a further enhancement of that. But yeah, great share. Appreciate that. Okay, any questions on any of the news items? No, going once. All right. I'm going to bounce back over into the AI Insider community, and we're going to take a quick look at calls that happened this week. The IP Video Vault, go over here. All right, so Monday, we had our call with Christy, who's one of our fellows, on AI governance. So this is a new call that we're adding on Monday, in addition to the tool call earlier in the day. And on Monday's call, I mean, this stuff is just, I mean, to me, I find this very fascinating and interesting. All of the concerns and parameters that have to be taken into account as we're working in this space ourselves and as we're working in this space with customers. So talking about executive orders that are happening in the United States, EU, we have a new student in our program. I don't know if he's on the call or not, from Australia. So we talked about what's happening down in that market a little bit, but we really are digging into, risk assessment and compliance guidelines. Christy has become a subject matter expert in this domain. We are very, very fortunate to have her being able to share this with us and create the content that's going on these calls. And we're doing such a thorough job on these calls that Christy's unfortunately not getting through everything that she had set up for that call. We're getting to the end of the call, and she's like, "Well, I've got some more stuff that I was going to talk about today, but this seems like a good break point, and we'll just pick up the thread and carry it on next week." So great call, great job doing these calls, Christy. We really appreciate it. If you're interested in compliance and regulation and how that is all impacting the AI space. And again, what you do individually, what you do in your company, what you do for your clients, you should definitely be catching the call on Monday. We had a prompting call on Tuesday with our Chief Operating Officer, Segovia, who's on the call here today. And if you don't have access to Prompt Vault Studio, I just threw a link in there. The Okay, my bad. My notes are from 2 weeks ago. Tuesday's call with Segovia, we basically took a smart cut on how to use AI for outreach and lead nurturing. We focused on a tool called Log Growth Machine, and the link for that is in the notes for the particular call. So Segovia walked us through the process of how to use this particular tool, combining it with sales automation and AI generated content, and then how to mix that into, a prospecting mix that would be suitable for identifying and getting yourself in front of the people that you want to really talk to about AI. So AI-powered outreach tools are growing. Everybody that's in the outreach space is adding AI capabilities to their platforms. Like Growth Machine has it, HubSpot's adding AI to their tools, Salesforce is obviously adding AI to their tools, and we'll see more and more of that coming down the road. So if you're interested in using AI to help you with outreach to prospects and potential customers, definitely want to check out the recording of this call. Our Wednesday call with Wayne, one of our fellows. This is the AI Consulting Blueprint. So this call is for people who have a coaching or service business and want to bring AI services to the people that they serve already. Or if you're looking at starting your own business in the AI space, that's the purpose of this whole call. Really interesting conversation, not so much in terms of the nuts and bolts of, how to do prospecting and find leads and all that kind of stuff. We focused this call on mindset, and mindset is such an important topic. We get lost in the day-to-day of everything that's going on and, trying to get this done and meet this deadline and all those kind of things. But mindset plays such a impactful factor in everything that we're doing. It's in the back of our head, and it determines how productive we are. It determines our success in getting things done and getting things done on time and getting things done well. So Wayne shared with us a great book that is called, I will put the link in here. Excuse me. Mindset, The New Psychology of Success. It's by Carol Dweck, and I threw the link in there for the book. You can go take a look at it over on Amazon. Again, I'm always learning things on these calls, and for me, On the Wednesday call, Wayne's concept, I'm not sure if it's his concept, but he talked about the concept of limitless lens mindset, which I had not heard of before. I'm a lifelong learner and reader, and that perked me up, and I was like, oh, okay, that's new. Let me go check that out. So we talked about Wayne introduced that concept, overcoming mental traps, and just kind of getting your head in the game to be as successful as you possibly can, and getting rid of limiting things that are going on in your head. Some people call it head trash, getting rid of your head trash. And then yesterday's call, so that was a different kind of call for Wayne. It wasn't necessarily, like I said, the prospecting and all those kind of things, but it was a really, really valuable and interesting call as well. Thursday's call last night took kind of a fork in the road as well. Chris Lannon connected with Matt Ivy, who is a member of our community, and talked about a newsletter that Matt wants to publish for his community and his background. We spent a lot of time talking about Matt's background and his neurodivergency and things like that. But then we looked at the hero's journey framework. So the hero's journey framework, if you're not familiar with it, is from Joseph Campbell. It's a framework of kind of how you look and operate in the world. And we discussed that here in the call last night, of being able to take what Matt wants to do, frame it through the hero's journey framework, and then how do we get that context then to manifest in this newsletter that Matt wants to do. So we didn't get into the nuts and bolts of the automation. It was a really great call, a lot of good conversation and dialogue and engagement with everybody that was on the call. So what was set up last night was going to be what may get built, or probably will get built, on a future call, whether it's next week or whatever. There's sort of a little subgroup that Chris is going to work with on laying some of this foundation in place so that we can build some automations around this and automate the process of developing that newsletter for Matt. So again, if you showed up last night for a tool call where you thought you were going to be learning about how to string things together and make automation, that wasn't last night's call, sorry, but nonetheless, it was a really interesting call. It was a really engaging call. People were participating and sharing and relating to Matt and Matt's journey. There was a lot of love and support on the call, so it was really worthwhile. And then we're going to take that and use that as the foundation to go build some cool stuff down the road. So I'm going to go back to what this call is all about again. Activities and events and things that happen in our AI community, check. Events and things that happen in the AI community at large, check. Q&A, we had great dialogue and conversation today. Turned into a tech support call, but that's all good. We all learned a lot. Does anybody have any questions that have not been answered in the chat? I appreciate Megan being in the chat and helping out and guiding the call. I want to thank Megan for her participation on the call. You're going to see her doing more of that. But if there are no further questions, I want to wish you all a great weekend. Appreciate you being here. We will kick off next week with our tool call in the morning, and I want to grab the chat here. Wish you all a great weekend, and thanks for being here. I appreciate you spending some time with us and with me on your Friday. So have a great weekend, everybody.
Bye, everyone.